Hi, you're watching CVTV. Today we're with James Richards. James is Senior Client Development Manager at Granite Telecom. James, welcome to the program today.
Thanks for having me, Gerald.
It's great to have you with us here. Wondering if you could start off by telling us a few words about yourself and your role in the organization.
Sure, absolutely. As you mentioned, my name's James Richards, and I work on the client development team within Channels here at Granite. And my role is to act as the subject matter expert on our advanced data services and to assist our partners with driving their deals. And part of that's making sure that we're providing our partners with the resources necessary to pick up the key wins within the sales cycle. So whether that's providing our project management resources pre-sale so the customer can understand what an implementation looks like, providing our engineering resources, whether sales engineers, network engineers, or even looping in our CEO to gain that executive alignment and the executive win within the sales cycle to help push that deal over the top. And that's really my role within Granite. And to give you a little more color of where we came from, so I've actually been with Granite for 8+ years now, and I came over to the channel side of the house about 4 years ago. And prior to that, I was working directly with our existing customer base, upselling into our advanced data services. So, selling access and our managed services and voice over IP and wireless, et cetera, it's nothing new to Granite, and it's nothing new to our customer base, candidly. But 4 years ago, we noticed it was something that was fairly new to the channel, because if you asked about us with any of our master agents or sub agents, we were kind of known as the POTS guys within the channels and the guys that showed up to every event wearing suits and ties. But so myself and my vice president, we were the first two that ultimately came over to the channel side to hopefully help fix that perspective. The first couple of years when we were over was a lot of education and making sure that we got out to our master agents and we got out to the sub agents alike and let them know everything else that Granite does have to offer. And I think we did a very good job educating. We brought a few other individuals, and there's about 20 of us on my team now within the channel side that have helped educate everybody. And now I think that perspective has certainly changed, and we're able to focus much more on the deals themselves with our agents.
One new initiative at Granite that I was hoping to talk a little bit about was the rapid response work from home solution. Can you tell us a little bit more about this?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm sure, as you guys know, actually in our Monday morning meeting within the company this past week, one of the large announcements that we made and achievements was being recognized by ChannelVision for our rapid response products. And really what we tried to do was we strove to be nimble and fast acting for our partners and customers to react to the COVID crisis. And we did so really on a few fronts, but we noticed that there was some very obvious needs. Number one being hotspots for government agencies and our commercial customers alike, but being able to provide hotspots to our customer base, whether to help from work from home environment or to assist from distance learning. And anybody noticed very quickly that hotspots were very difficult to come by. All of a sudden there was a huge demand and the supply was limited. So we went out and we scoured the secondary markets and did everything that we could within everything that we possibly could to help make sure that we were fulfilling those needs. And even up to, say, our SIP offering, which we really became extremely nimble and tried to react quickly with that, because think about, you typically had an office environment where if you had a question for one of your counterparts, maybe you just walked over to their desk previously and asked the question, or you had an internal meeting, you would book a conference room and maybe 5-10 individuals would go into a conference room and have that meeting. But all of a sudden, when everybody's working from home, that's a call that you're taking up for every single one of those individuals. So the need to have additional call paths available happened very quickly and overnight. So we were actually doing SIP interoperability tests with customers' PBXs and turning up additional SIP paths for our customers within a 24-hour period. So it was new for everybody, and I think our team certainly took the bull by the horns and helped provide our customers with what they needed during that time.
Yeah, the company really rose to the occasion, and I'm glad that you brought up too. 2020 Visionary Spotlight Award winner. Congratulations on that accomplishment.
Thank you.
One thing I'd like to talk a little bit now is about your leading industry-leading NPS score. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, I mean, our customer service is something that we've hung our hat on for the past 18 plus years.
Mm-hmm.
When we started, as I talked before, as that POTS company,
mm-hmm.
from the time we started until where we are now, that was based on a month-to-month agreement.
Mm-hmm.
So if we did not deliver to our customers financially or operationally, they had no expectation to stay with us. And that portion of our business, lucky enough, grew to be a $900 million business.
Right.
And that's based on a monthly agreement. So it's truly of utmost importance to us that we strive for perfection when it comes to attention to our customers and making sure they're happy. So really all we did is we made sure we started tracking it. And we started tracking it by calling our customers and asking them one simple question: mm-hmm. How likely are you to recommend us to a friend? And as we've gotten those results back over the past few years and we started beginning tracking them, it's become evident that we're actually the industry leader in that space.
Mm-hmm. So in addition to Granite's channel efforts, the company has also been making a name for itself with charity. What has the company been doing on the philanthropy side? And wondering if you could bring us up to speed on that.
Yeah, and I'm glad you bring that up. Actually, this week as well, within our Monday morning meeting, it was announced we were just recognized by the Boston Business Journal as the second most charitable organization within Massachusetts.
Congratulations.
For the year of 2019. Thank you very much. Donating just over $26 million to Massachusetts organizations last year. So being number two it's a huge achievement, candidly, and that comes from top down within mm-hmm. this organization. It starts with our CEO and resonates throughout everybody within the company. And I can tell you we're certainly not the second largest company in Massachusetts. So being recognized as the second most charitable is fantastic. And while we weren't able to have what we call our Saving by Shaving event within the channel this year, where we would actually ask folks to come to our booth and shave their head, and for each person that did it, we would donate $5,000. To this year was Boston Children's Hospital. Mm-hmm. We were still able to hold it as a company, and if folks had to do it remotely, we would do it remotely. And I believe this year we actually raised $7.5 million through that event alone for Boston Children's Hospital.
Fantastic. Yep. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, I love what you guys are doing on the philanthropy side. Love what you're doing on the channel side. Seems like Granite is off to a pretty good run for the fourth quarter. What can we expect in the next year?
You can certainly expect us to continuing funneling resources into the channel. Mm-hmm. just as I talked about, we did 4 years ago when we brought myself and my vice president over, and that's a team of now 20. At that point in time, I think we had under 10 folks supporting the channel within Granite. Mm-hmm. And now we're up over 50 people supporting mm-hmm. our partners. So as soon as we can get back out on the road, obviously everybody's itching to do so. You'll certainly see us out there, but you'll continue to see a ton of support being funneled towards our partners over the next year, and we'll keep on going.
James, it's been great catching up with you today. Hope to see you at a future show. How can we learn more about Granite in the meantime?
Yeah, you can always go to our website, which is granitenet.com. And to reach out to our channels group directly, you could always email us at channels@granitenet.com, and we'll be sure to put you in touch with the appropriate person to assist your needs.
Fantastic. Nice catching up with you today. Stay safe, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you, Gerald. Appreciate it. Have a good one.
Thanks. Take care.